Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. My name is James Klim, and you're watching part 92 of many more parts to come. And I actually forgot to mention this in the first part, but you're probably wondering, hey, where's Brandon Goldstein? Dolcom, his computer broke, his laptop broke, and he told me that he wants to do commentary for Chapter 13, which is the final chapter. Get it? Because this is Final Fantasy XIII, and there's 13 chapters. I wonder how many chapters are going to be for Final Fantasy XIII 2. It's like, 13 and a half, I don't fucking know. But anyway, maybe another 13 chapters, but regardless... he hopefully will have his laptop fixed or whatever. So between now and whenever that happens, it'll be single com. And I don't know. He might come back. He might not. He wants to come back for the final chapter, but we'll see what happens. If he doesn't come back, then oh well. But anyway, and that's actually another thing I want to talk about Final Fantasy XIII 2 lengthwise, because the game's coming out less than 2 years than when Final Fantasy XIII came out. And yeah, you could say 2 years, but if I'm being super technical, it's like 11 months after it came. Or no, it's a year and 11 months. Wait, yes, a year and 11 months. So it's not exactly 2 years, but I don't count it as 2 years. It's like a year and 11 months, essentially. Or a couple months, days, but it's not 2 years. But yeah, and there's actually another like 3-minute cutscene coming up, believe it or not. Let me see. Well, it's not coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's actually 2 minutes and 29 seconds. It's a full CGI cutscene, so look forward to that. And it's the first time I get to see Lightning cry. Not really cry, she tears, but anyway. So yeah, the length of Final Fantasy XIII 2. I'm wondering. Like I said, I mean. Final Fantasy XIII was in like a development for a long time, and I know they said, "Oh well, we cut a lot of stuff out," and that's stuff that's in 13 too, but with extra new stuff. But I'm interested in seeing how long it's going to be. I think it's. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it, like working on it for 2 years. I mean, maybe they worked on it even while they were working on 13.1, but I don't know. We'll see. And wow, that was a fucking huge stutter. Maybe the content that they took out. Well, they did work on the original Final Fantasy XIII, was a significant amount of play time because they were in that development stage for that game forever. So maybe that content that they did cut out was actually a pretty big chunk. So I do think it's going to be shorter than the original game, but hopefully I'm proven wrong, and hopefully it is an amazing campaign ride. And if you're wondering what this noise is, I'm actually rubbing my jeans because I'm weird, and I like doing that. So yeah, I guess before I go into the cutscene coming up, we'll talk about Halo a little bit. Halo, my experiences with Halo, you know, like with Reach, I've gotten so bored of the Reach multiplayer. I mean, they keep saying, oh, there's a new update coming out where there's no Bloom and the armor lock's been nerfed and, there's no fall damage and shit. Reach multiplayer is so boring that... I think at this point in time, there's no fucking way it can come back. There's no way. I'm super excited for the new maps, machinima-wise, or just forging-wise. Mainly machinima-wise, or just looking at them. I could give a shit about multiplayer. Like I said, I've never been a multiplayer guy. I'm a huge campaign guy, story guy. That's probably why I love 13 so much. Why I love Portal 2 campaign, the LA Noire campaign. Halo 2, the Halo games in general. Gears of War 3 was good. Deus Ex, holy shit, was amazing. Missing Link was good, but compared to the original story, it wasn't anywhere near as good as the original story. Obviously, it's a fucking 5-hour game compared to a 30-hour campaign, but I guess I'll talk about Missing Link maybe in the next part. We'll bring up some Deus Ex talk. Because it is kind of like 13. It is an RPG, but it's like first person, third person, everything. Would you classify Final Fantasy XIII as a third-person RPG? Because it is third-person, but it's a weird third-person. Because you can see your person, but you're not like hooked onto it like Gears of War 3. It's like, I guess it's going to be like a stretched-out third-person. I don't know. It's a role-playing RPG. It's like a Japanese RPG. I don't know what the abbreviation for that. It's like JPG RPG or something. But yeah, we'll see with... I was going to talk about 13 too. Yeah, we'll see how good 13 2 is. Hopefully it's good. The cinematic action sequences between like the QuickTime events I thought that was a dumb idea because quick time events have been abused in every single fucking game now, and it's just boring to an extent. But I think they do it in a pretty awesome way, and they make it, like I said, they make the quick time events look awesome, and they really stretch the game engine to make it look amazing. I will talk about the Crystal Tools engine after this cutscene, so enjoy this cinematic CGI lightning pussy cutscene. No, I'm just kidding, it's no pussy.
Hey, Sarah, what dreams are you having up there?
We walked pretty far today. Let's rest up and start out fresh tomorrow.
How's Sarah?
Same as we left her. Feels so far away now. Sarah says she wants to talk. She'd probably prefer it if you skipped the lectures. Hey!
Once we're home, what's your plan? You're getting married, right?
What's that?
Sarah wants to know.
Don't scare me like that.
You are getting married, aren't you? Don't you let her down, you hear me?
Don't worry. This tear will be her last. I'll make sure of that.
That's all I need to know.
We will see her, right?
Don't go there. No room for doubt.
You're right.
We'll see her again. And soon. You convinced me of that. So stay strong.
Don't worry. We'll finish this and go see her together.
So the Crystal Tools engine is the engine that Square Enix made to create this game, and my friend Brandon told me that there was a game called Gundam or something, Gundam 3 or whatever the hell it was called, DW, I don't know, something Gundam, where they used the modified version of the Crystal Tools engine, and I'm not hating on the game, but the game looked like shit compared to Final Fantasy XIII. And he told me that they modified it, but they made the engine, I mean, if they used the Crystal Tools engine, they fucking butchered that thing to hell, because that game looked like garbage compared to... Halo Reach looked better than that game. The fucking thing... I mean, I'm not saying Reach's graphics are bad, like I said, but still, I mean... Gundam 3 looked like shit. It looked terrible, in my opinion. Terrible, terrible, terrible. They butchered that fucking engine. And actually, I have researched, and by the way, this is the new area. I have researched, Deus Ex Human Revolution used a modified version of the Crystal Tool. Actually, they might have even used the fucking... They have used the Crystal Tools engine in some way. I don't know if it was modified, but the graphics is a variation, I guess, of the Crystal Tools engine, the one they use in Final Fantasy. Maybe not as good, because it's not Final Fantasy, but they have used the Crystal engine to make the Deus Ex engine. And it did look familiar. And it felt familiar, too. So, here's a cutscene. Enjoy.
We get through there, and we'll be in Abba.
You're almost home.
Yup.
Doesn't exactly look like it's gonna be a leisurely stroll.
A foul sea!
Oh, so we just head through this Foul Sea's lair to get to Erba, right?
What's another foul sea at this point, huh?
There is currently less than 3 minutes and 43 seconds of Final Fantasy XIII footage in this part. Get it? Because there's 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Get it? Yeah, it's a Halo reference. Anyway, so going back to my previous conversation, Crystal Tools engine, the Deus Ex game used it, Human Revolution, and it felt awesome, and it felt familiar, and it felt new, like, like I said, because it was Deus Ex. And, yeah, so this is a new area in Final Fantasy XIII that we discovered. It's called Tenjin's Tower, I think. Tenjin's Tower. And that thing I'm viewing right now, which I did not fast forward for some unknown reason, but regardless, that is the fallacy called Dakara. I call it Dakara. 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 Sounds like something from fucking Naruto. But, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I call it. So, if you don't like it, too fucking bad. And, unfortunately, well, I was going to say a spoiler, but big shit does not come up until after part 95. I have not imported the footage for that. I mean, I have recorded it, but I haven't imported it to my computer. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. How much space this game takes up on my computer. So when I capture it, it takes, well, I'm obviously capturing, because like when you have the Hapag HD PVR, and like when you're capturing stuff, there's like a 3-second lag, which is good, and it's not like an audio problem. You're playing on your TV, and then say lightning swung her sword on my TV, and my Hapag's recording it, right? 3 seconds later, on my computer screen, lightning would swing her sword. So there is like a lag delay, but that's perfectly fine because the game's recording it, and there's supposed to be lag. I think when my friend Anderson in Action got his Roxio card, that thing had instant recording. It was crazy. So like if Anderson was playing Halo Reach, and if he shot like a shotgun on the TV, it would instantly happen on the computer. I don't know how the fuck it did it, but it did it somehow. And my mom is home from work, and my dog is running down the stairs, so you can hear it. That was my dog. So before my mom walks into the door and completely ruins me recording stuff, I'm going to finish up this commentary and probably finish the other 3 parts tomorrow, because she's probably going to be watching TV. But like I said, going back to my previous conversation about uploading, I would import it, and it actually takes like a while to export, because I usually do like, I guess an hour to like an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes, not 2 hours, but anything under 2 hours before I stop recording. Because last time I did like I did like a 3-hour recording, and I think there's like a limit on my Hapage, because it like stopped recording for like 40 minutes, and I lost 40 minutes of footage, which I had to redo. Like I had to replay the game, so I don't go over 2 hours just in case. Even if it can go over 2 hours, I don't do it anymore. So yeah, and I do it that way, and it takes honestly, it takes like an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour to export, and then I'll import it into my iMovie, which is where I do all my commentary. And people hate on iMovie. It's a damn good program to do like simple commentary, or just upload simple videos like I did before. I love iMovie. It's a damn good program. Final Cut's for the advanced stuff, but iMovie's great for basic simple things like commentaries and walkthroughs. So yeah, I would import it, and then there's a thing where that ability where I can fast forward through certain parts really quickly, make it like really short. That takes up a shitload of gigs. I don't know what the hell its deal is, but I'll have to like speed up the entire clip for some unknown reason, and that takes like honestly 2 hours or because the video's super long. And I would just speed it up, and it takes like 30 gigs on my computer. So before I had like 130 gigs available, now I have about 57 gigs available. So yeah, this playthrough takes up a lot of space. But anyway, stay tuned for more parts.